Your greatest fear is not failure. It's deviation. You are more terrified of stepping off the designated path than you are of being permanently stuck on it. This is the seductive power of normal. It promises safety, familiarity, and the absence of judgment. But this promise is a lie. Look around. The normal routine is a loop. Scroll, snack, sedate, sleep too little, repeat. By age 40, the consequences of this compliance are dismissed as genetics, as your energy plummets, your waistline expands, and your cognitive sharpness dulls into a persistent fog. You are not broken. You are functioning perfectly within an environment engineered to reward compliance and punish deviation with 1,000 tiny points of social friction. The stark reality is this: if you adopt the behaviors of most people, you will inherit the outcomes of most people. In our current environment, that outcome, a slow decay of body and mind, is fundamentally unacceptable. This isn't a motivational speech, it's a diagnostic report. The default settings are malfunctioning. What does this normal script actually do to your biology? It orchestrates a quiet, systemic breakdown. Consistently sleeping just 5 to 6 hours, a celebrated badge of hustle, fundamentally alters your hormonal landscape. Studies led by Spiegel and colleagues demonstrated that such sleep restriction causes levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, to surge, while leptin, the satiety hormone, plummets. Your biology begins screaming for high-energy, low-nutrition foods. Add to this the constant, low-grade psychological stress of the modern workplace and information overload. This elevates cortisol, a hormone that doesn't just make you feel stressed. It actively promotes the storage of visceral fat around your organs and weakens the prefrontal cortex's ability to regulate impulse. You don't just want the donut, your brain is now chemically handicapped in its ability to say no. Furthermore, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, the thousands of small movements like fidgeting and walking that collectively burn hundreds of calories, collapses in a chair. By midlife, the average normal path is a predictable trajectory toward medications for blood pressure and blood sugar, a flattened mood, and a shrinking attention span. Your genes may have loaded the gun, but the environment of normal pulls the trigger every single day. Why do we drift into this state? It's not a personal failure. It's a design success. You were never taught the operational basics of your own biology. And when you seek answers, you are fire-hosed with contradiction and noise. Your attention and your consumption are the most valuable commodities of the 21st century. Your clarity and well-being are not profitable. Consider food engineering. Products are meticulously tuned to the bliss point, a precise combination of sugar, salt, and fat that maximizes craving and drives compulsive intake. A landmark 2019 study by Kevin Hall at the NIH placed participants in a metabolic ward and found that when given ultra-processed diets, they spontaneously consumed 500 more calories per day compared to when they ate unprocessed meals, despite the meals being matched for macronutrients. Simultaneously, attention engineering wires your brain for distraction. The infinite scroll and variable reward systems of social media are not accidental. They are a direct application of the same intermittent reinforcement principles that make slot machines addictive. Sensational, incorrect claims will always outrun the slow, nuanced truth because noise generates more clicks than accuracy. If you do not consciously and deliberately set your own rules, you will be ruled by algorithms and incentives that do not have your best interests at heart. Let's talk about dopamine, the molecule everyone misunderstands. It is not the molecule of pleasure. It is the molecule of pursuit, of motivation, of wanting. Every time you get an unexpected notification or a like, you get a small spike. But the brain is an adaptation machine. Frequent, cheap, high-amplitude spikes progressively downregulate your dopamine receptors. Your baseline level of sensitivity drops. Now, you need a bigger, louder, more frequent hit just to feel normal, just to feel motivated. The effort required for real-world achievement, reading a book, completing a difficult project, having a deep conversation no longer provides a sufficient dopaminergic signal to feel worthwhile. Supernormal stimuli, from infinite social feeds to online pornography, hijack these ancient circuits with a potency that reality can't match, dulling your motivation for tangible effort. This is compounded by constant context switching. Research by Gloria Mark has shown that after a single interruption, it can take over 20 minutes to regain deep focus. The predictable outcome of a normal digital life is a shallow, restless mind incapable of the deep work that creates real value. The remedy begins not with more willpower, but with aggressive stimulus control. Kill push notifications, time-box social media, and reclaim boredom so your focus circuitry can finally resensitize. Your food is a Trojan horse. Your very sense of taste has been systematically hacked. When every engineered food product tastes like a carnival, real food an apple, a piece of fish, a vegetable begins to seem bland and unsatisfying. Your receptors have been overstimulated to the point of numbness. Ultra-processed foods are not just food. They are complex formulations of refined carbohydrates, industrial seed oils, emulsifiers, and artificial flavorings designed for a single purpose: to bypass your body's natural satiety signals. They are low in volume, low in fiber, low in protein, and can be eaten incredibly quickly, delivering a massive caloric payload before your brain receives the message that you are full. The protein leverage hypothesis, proposed by Simpson and Raubenheimer, offers a powerful explanation. Your body has a powerful, innate drive for protein. If your diet is low in protein, your body will drive you to keep eating until its amino acid requirements are met, leading to a massive surplus of carbohydrate and fat calories. The levers to reverse this are brutally simple and non-negotiable. Anchor every meal with protein and plants. Prioritize fiber and food volume. Choose slow-digesting carbohydrates. Rarely, if ever, drink your calories. These mundane, deliberate moves produce non-mundane, life-altering results. Why is deviation so viscerally frightening? Your nervous system treats social risk as a synonym for physical danger. For our ancestors living in small bands, social exile was a death sentence. That ancient wiring still fires today. The Hacked Conformity experiments famously showed that individuals would knowingly give incorrect answers simply to align with a group. Milgram's studies revealed that a majority of people would obey authority to shockingly extreme levels. We are wired to follow the herd, even when we can see the cliff's edge. This isn't a metaphor. Neuroimaging studies by Naomi Eisenberger using the cyberball game showed that being excluded activates the same brain regions associated with physical pain. Social pain is real pain. This is the primal lock. But here is the critical inversion. In an environment where the average is maladaptive, conformity becomes the most dangerous strategy of all. Following the crowd in 2024 means embracing the crowd's metabolic disease, its medicated fatigue, its debt, and its notification-driven distraction that kills the deep work necessary for real advancement. The breakout protocol is therefore not about courage alone. It's about tactical neuroscience. First, name the signal. This is my social threat circuitry, not an actual survival threat. Labeling the emotion reduces its limbic power. Second, act from identity, not willpower. I am the kind of person who prioritizes long-term health over short-term social comfort. And third, build leverage through environment design. Pre-commit to workouts like meetings, keep trigger foods out of your house, and default to do not disturb. Make the desired path the path of least friction. We return to the beginning. Your biggest fear is deviating. Good. It means the alarm system is working. Acknowledge the signal, name it for the evolutionary relic it is, and then deliberately walk in the other direction. In the modern world, following the masses is no longer a strategy for survival. It is a reliable path to sickness, distraction, debt, and quiet surrender. Principled deviation is not reckless rebellion. It is the most rational survival strategy for an irrational environment. It requires choosing the momentary discomfort of being different over the chronic, lifelong pain of regret. It means building your own script, one deliberate decision at a time. The choice is binary, and it is yours to make every single day. Conform to the crowd, and you are guaranteed to get what the crowd gets. Break the script, and you open the possibility of achieving everything they never will. The path of least resistance is a trap. Choose your resistance. Choose your life. So I ask you, what is the first rule in the script you're going to rewrite today?